what exactly can you do? What are the possibilities and what maybe you would love to do after that?
Right. Become an alcoholic, man.
This is one of my long-time best friends, Jacob. And yes, he has awesome hair. Love it. And he's right now finishing his master degree in Germany. And he is studying wine. Yes, you heard it right. I didn't even know it's possible to study something like that on a university. So right now I'm heading to Germany to ask him a few questions about this. Because drinking wine and studying, that seems like a dream to me. Alright, so I'm in Germany right now with Jacob. As I said, he's one of my best friends. And right now, it's time for the questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, let's do it. What exactly do you study? Because your university and your thing is really special. I've never seen that before, and I really like that, how you talk about it. So how do you explain to someone if they ask you, what do you study?
So I study viticulture enology. That's the name of the study program. In short, it's about biology of wine, like the plant itself, and about the chemistry of the winemaking process, how do you actually make the wine. It's pretty much to sort of go deeper in science of understanding how wine can be influenced both on the vineyard and also in the cellar. And mainly these two aspects are connected with biology and with chemistry, as mentioned before.
And how do you enjoy your study so far?
I love it, man. It's really good. For myself, I'm right now more interested in the science of it to sort of go more deeper. It's a 2-year study program, this one. It's a master degree. It's called Euromaster Vinifera. Okay. My first year was in France, in Montpellier, in the southern parts. And the second year, we actually choose. I studied in Geisenheim, Hochschule Geisenheim University. It's kind of a well-known university. And I decided to choose it because it's the closest to my home country, to Czech Republic.
Yeah, Czech Republic, of course, of course.
I'm just glad you could visit me.
Yeah,
I can show you around. And,
yes.
Also how I work here and meet my friends. And actually, I was hoping to drink some wine with you, but it's not possible.
Right, because right now I'm not drinking for 3 months. Yesterday we were with Jacob's friends and other students from the university, and it was so nice to see the culture because usually when you go out with your friends, you drink some beers, some wines, and talk about some stuff. But they talk about wine, and they have like really nice wine culture about the taste of the wine and about the smell and colors. So yeah, let me tell you about this more because it was really interesting to see.
Yeah, it was intriguing because for me it's like basic, it's normal because I meet with these people on a daily basis. We do these things, but for somebody who's outside, it's like a completely different world. We usually sit down, we have a glass of wine or many bottles of wine. Actually, depends on how the evening goes.
Only for academic purposes.
Only for academic purposes, of course. And we just describe it. We say what we feel about the wine. We sometimes try to actually guess it. Mm-hmm. So we do blind tastings. Yesterday, one of my friends, he put his sock over the bottle so he could pour it to everybody, so that nobody would actually know what type of bottle it is. And then we were trying to guess it. Somebody guesses from that country, and it's like, it's fun, it's interactive. So actually the first time I sort of got to know about it was in a restaurant when we were served wine, and we were sort of served by a professional sommelier. It was, I didn't know there's such a thing. I just knew there's wine and people drink wine, but I didn't know about the culture behind it. And on that day, I was fascinated by how much the person knew about wine and how much the wine itself can be influenced by many different factors. So based on that, I looked into some universities, but at the time I wanted to go, abroad somewhere. So I looked this Krems University in Austria. It's an international wine business study program, and that was my first step to get into the world of wine.
Ready for a hike today?
Ready for a hike.
After yesterday's wine?
Yeah, after yesterday's wine, we have to, release the sweat and tears.
Yeah, exactly.
That we had yesterday. And today we're ready for beautiful weather, English weather.
It seems like a nice day today. We'll see.
Actually, my background doesn't really precede me because I wasn't much of a wine professional in the past. I was just, enjoying wine in a sort of different manner. One of the things that I tried to do in the past was, and don't do that at home, anybody. It was I drank wine out of a plate, sort of like a soup plate. And I use a straw to drink it. Yeah, that was it, man.
Yeah, that's the story.
That's where it all started, man. That's how I started drinking wine. That's where I'm here. That's the original story. Of course, there was COVID when I started my bachelor's, my first year. And at the time, on our first wine tasting session, we had to buy bottles of wine, 5 different bottles of wine, as you remember. I was supposed to buy champagne, At the time I bought Bohemia Sect because at the time I literally thought it's a champagne. On that day I found out it wasn't, and since that day it's a core memory. But also what we did is the university actually sent us samples of wine in these small bottles.
What?
It was like 30 samples maybe. Have to say it was a bit of a disaster because the wines got oxidized, so they weren't really tasting as they were supposed to be. But regardless, it was a great experience. It was this huge box that came in one day to each of us students, and like, oh my god, it's a present, And it's like 30 freaking small glass bottles, and we were just doing tastings during the classes, online classes, pouring it in our wine glasses and just tasting, evaluating, and all this.
So far, it seems like we're heading to Hogwarts or something like that. But it's really nice. There's wine everywhere around us. Axio wine. Yeah, so I think we are in the right region for your study. Wine everywhere.
I would hope so, yes.
I said, like, drinking wine and studying, that seems like a dream to me. So is it a dream?
It is a dream indeed, man. You should just go for it. It's a lot of understanding. It's not that simple to sort of get into it, as is no other industry. But once you get into it, it's intriguing. You find out more and more about its like layers, like Shrek used to say, like your favorite character with onions, Wine has layers, and you have to sort of get into the mid of it to fully understand it. I'm doing a thesis for the final year. We don't have any final exams, we just have the thesis defense. And the topic of the choice is nitrogen fertilization. That's a general topic.
And what is that?
So
in short,
in short, as you probably know what nitrogen is, a little bit at least. It has a influence on the plants. Fertilization is when you spray the vineyards in order for the plant to have more nutrients available, so it can grow more and it has more grapes and all of this. And we're sort of trying to understand the influence of the nitrogen on the wood parts of the grape wine. After you finish your school, what exactly can you do? What are the possibilities, and what maybe you would love to do after that? Right. Become an alcoholic, man.
Oh my god, look at that nice views.
What a beauty.
What a beautiful weather.
I think that's my favorite castle.
Oh yeah. Here, yeah.
Maybe the one on the other side also.
Oh yeah. Really nice, yeah.
Now there's many opportunities what you can do. You can go towards the business aspect, so you can import wine, you can sell wine in wine bars, in restaurants, you can become a sommelier, or you can go towards more of the science aspect. So it's working in wineries. Either you work in the vineyards, so you harvest grapes, or you do pruning, for example, so you cut the plant in order for it to be ready for the following season. These are the most common works in vineyards. Or you can work in the cellar with the wine itself, so you can control the alcoholic fermentation. You can do bottling, you can do pressing. There's many different aspects where you can do. So that's what I like about this. It's very versatile. You can choose different things, and you can go from one sort of subject to another because all are sort of interconnected.
There is just so much that we can do and try in our life. It's always like that. So many ways, so many opportunities, and so many choices. Sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming to choose the right thing or make the right decision. But on the other hand, we are lucky that we have these choices. And the diversity of life is incredible. And I'm really grateful for it, that I am a filmmaker that is making a video about his friend who is studying wine on a university.
Wow! Amazing views. Look at the castle. Very nice. Yeah. Sunset almost perfect. So.
Isn't that nice? We have combined our two passions and made something out of it. For you. Thank you for watching.